Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to be using some different toys, so to speak. They're going to be different levels of intensity, and we're going to be working with opening up the hips again and stretching the back and stretching the front. So here are some of my toys. We've got a chair, a box, which is down here, and then I have yoga blocks. So it's going to start high, especially if you're very tight in your hips and your hamstrings. And then it's going to go lower and lower. The lower you get to the floor, the more intense this is going to feel. So hold on, we'll get started. So first we're going to be on a chair. And what we're going to do is one foot's going to be down, and this is called a figure 4 stretch. You're going to cross one ankle over the knee, and you want to be tall. So what we're doing is we're opening up the hips. The lower this knee can go down, the more intense this stretch is going to be. However, just a reminder, none of this should hurt. So if something hurts, ease up, lean back, get that knee up. So the more upright you are and the lower that knee, the more intense. So I'm going to give you a side view. Okay, notice if it's too much, you can lean back, up higher, or even leaning forward. So what we're going to do is we're going to aim the rib towards the shin. So forward we go. And this is a hip opener. Okay? I'm going to do the other side just so I'm even. So the leg is up, body's up. And I really suggest holding this for a while, because your hips, they're like the center of gravity for you. It's your balance point. Again, leaning forward. Notice I'm not leaning forward far, but you're gonna feel it. Okay, so that's if you're really tight in the hips. I'm gonna get this out of the way, and I'm gonna go to, say, a low stool. So hold on here. So now we've got a lower stool. Again, the lower you are to the floor, the more intense this is, okay? So body's upright, cross ankle over the knee. Now this may be uncomfortable. Now there's a difference between sweet discomfort and pain. If there's pain, we don't want to go into that, okay? It should not hurt. But if you have sweet discomfort, that's another thing, okay? Again, a side view. Oh, let me switch legs. Here we go. Upright or leaning forward. Notice my knee is higher. My hips are lower than my other knee. Now, since we're lower, we can do some other things. We can do a hip opener like this. So I'm gonna cross, bring one foot over here, and cross my other knee. Okay, so now I want to stack my knees, and then I'm going to put this foot down and then lean forward. Again, from the side, knee over the knee, and lean forward. Really opens up the hip. So not only do you have a figure 4 stretch, but you have that knee stack. Okay, so I'm going to go lower. Get rid of the low bench. And maybe the next bit would be, say, a bolster. So I have yoga blocks right now. All right, so say you have a bolster or a couch cushion, okay? So instead of doing a figure 4, this heel is back more under my hip, and this is an opener. Or if you want to go more intense, you can put it here. Again, body's upright. Now more intense, or to open up the hips. It sounds weird, but opening up the hips, leaning forward, is sometimes it looks like you're closing it, but you're not. Okay, so now this heel is towards this hip. I'm gonna bring this heel, both my sits bones are down, this foot is down, this foot is down. I'm gonna lean forward. Now I'm gonna hold this for longer because this is closer to where I normally go when I do this stretch. Now your muscles, your body, when you're going into a deep stretch, sometimes it might tighten up because your body is trained that, say you fall off a cliff and you hold on to something. Your muscles are being stretched, but it's not a safe thing. So your muscles tighten up to protect you so that you don't like rip your arm out or anything. So that's sometimes when you go into a deep stretch, sometimes your muscles go, yeet, I'm falling off a cliff. All right, so I'm gonna do a side view so you can see what's going on. So I'm gonna bring my opposite foot so it's under my hip. And first it's gonna be in front, body's upright. Or if you can, bring your foot to the outside. So holding a stretch, maybe a little bit of a wobble, is telling your muscles, I'm not falling off a cliff, this is not a dangerous thing, this is a muscle stretch. I call it muscle panic when you get into a deep stretch and your muscles sort of seize up, or they, maybe not a spasm, but they definitely get tighter. Spasm is just a bigger, more dramatic version of that. So we're gonna lean forward if you can. I'm feeling it way under here. Okay, and while we're here, if you're on a chair or if you're on a bench, you can put your hands behind you and lift your sternum up, squeeze your shoulder blades and elbows back towards each other. You're really lifting this up. So your chin is lifted, but we're really concentrating on your sternum lifting up. Or if you can, come down to your palms. Oh. All right, so now we're gonna go very deep. I'm gonna come all the way down to the floor. So I'm gonna get rid of my little bolster, my yoga blocks. Okay, so first, the leg in front of the knee is a little less intense, or you can bring it back. And I don't know if you can tell, this is one knee, this is the other knee. They're pretty close to being stacked, but not completely. But what's more important than them being stacked is that this hip is down. So if you're going like this, that's not much of a stretch. So you want to try to get this hip down. We're gonna lean forward. Notice I don't have a whole lot of weight. And that exhale, that's telling your muscles again, I'm not falling off a cliff. This is safe. Now while I'm here, I'm gonna put my hands behind me and lift my heart up. I'm gonna give you a side view. More intense would be coming down to your palms, lifting your heart up. More intense, would be lifting your hips up. And bring it back down. Now we're gonna go to the other side. Same thing. So the leg that was on top is now gonna be on the bottom. So your heel is towards your opposite hip. Your other heel is there. Knee and knee, very close to being stacked, but not quite. Some people can stack them, and that's fabulous. Getting the knee down. Again, if you're tight in the hips, this is a real hip opener. Again, you can lean forward. Notice my sternum is lifted, so I'm not doing this, I'm lifted. I'm aiming my ribs towards my thighs. Again, I'll give a side view. Back, roll your shoulder blades back and down, lift your heart up. Again, you can do this on the chair or on the bench or on the bolster. Palms down is more intense. Hips up is more intense. So thank you for joining me. I hope you feel more open in your pelvis and that you have a great day. I'll see you soon. Bye.